Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
Tune in every Thursday from 5 to 5:55 p.m. on Hot 702.5 FM for MVP Speaks Radio.
Hi. Hey. What's up?
All your favorite artists.
Check it out.
Say my name.
DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
On hot7025fm.com.
It's your main man, 360 the Poet from the Morning Wood. And are you looking for the perfect drink? Well, you found it. Mimosa Royale is the perfect combination of California sparkling white wine and natural juice that is both tasty and refreshing. No artificial colors or flavors, no sugar added, and it's gluten-free. As the world's first ready-to-drink mimosa, Mimosa Royale is perfect for any occasion, day or night. You no longer have to drink 12 of those seltzers just to get that perfect buzz. At 8% alcohol, Mimosa Royale is the perfect drink to party with. Offered in a variety of flavors and sizes, you are bound to find a Mimosa Royale that you'll love. We have berry, mango, apple, and orange, with more flavors to come. Mimosa Royale is the most award-winning flavored wine that serves in bottles or cans. You can find them online at drinkmimosa.com or find them at your local liquor store. Ask for it by name. Mimosa Royale.
Thanks for tuning in to Hot 702.5 FM. We are the hottest. You're listening to MVP Speaks Radio. Hey, everybody. Welcome on in. You are live in the Hot 702.5 FM studios, MVP Speaks Radio. So happy to be here. I have an amazing guest in the studio. I'm so looking forward to getting some information out of her and having a great interview. But before we get into that, I want to give a shout out to my partners in rhyme, Za Creations. If you need any website work, video, photos, flyers made, anything like that, she's a phenomenal person. You can look her up on Instagram, Za Creations. Also give a shout out to CTV Radio, Catch This Vibe Radio, the hottest independent radio station on TikTok and in the Midwest. Shout out to Biggie. If you are an independent artist, I strongly encourage you to go follow that platform. Submit your music not only to be played on air, but to be distributed so that other DJs across the country can listen to it and play it as well. Also give a shout out to The Truth by LV, currently on a little break. Usually you can find us every second and fourth Wednesday at the Art House Lounge, but we are taking a little break and we're going to come back maybe March or April with something popping for you guys, but you can still go follow us on Instagram, The Truth by LV. And I also want to tell you guys where to pull up and don't pull out. Every Monday, Kev Loves Music Hall and events for the Poetic Haze All Artist Showcase at 7 p.m. Also coming up February 11th at the Africa Love Store, the Cultural Meditative Workshops. If you like meditation, spirituality, art, African culture, it's great for the whole family. 9:45 to 12:30. Go follow Cultural Meditative Workshops on Instagram. Also, February 10th, I'm excited myself and my brother, the Falcon. We have our own little poetic duo called Poetic Gems. We're going to be having a Black History Month open at Cultural Store in North Las Vegas. It's a new bookstore. I've been there before. Super dope. 4 to 7 p.m. You can go to the Falcons page and find out more information about that. And I'm actually going to bring him in next week, and we're going to get a whole scoop on that. But this Sunday at 7 p.m., it's Late Night Whispers featuring singer extraordinaire Nisi Living Single with guest poet Solid Truth, hosted and produced by the man himself, Mr. It's Corey Baby, Corey the Poet, at the Composers Room, 953 East Sahara Avenue. Tickets you can get at www.thecomposersroom.com. They're $20 to $40. You can use a promo code, It's Corey Baby, for a 50% off discount. So those are the hot events that we got coming up. Make sure you guys pull up and don't pull out. Now we're going to get into it. Now I'm going to bring my guest on. Her name is True Sarah. on Instagram. I just heard her say her name is True. I never called her just True, so I'm gonna just start calling her that, True. And now you are live. Welcome.
What's up?
This is the musician extraordinaire. We'll get more into her later, but you know how we like to start the show out with these Be Inspired inspirational messages. So you actually will get to keep that. You can take it home and use it for your life journey. But right now we'll just pull a few and we'll just talk about them. That's what we do. Pull it, see how it resonates with you. What you got? You already got one ready?
My motto, love is the answer.
That's your motto?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I love that. I have a shirt. It says that's love is the answer. I need to try to get some printed so I can sell them. Love is the answer. I love it. It's my motto too. But we got something in common. Okay, let me see which one I get. My fire is my passion. I look for ways to light myself up. I'm hot as a mother sucker right now, so I don't really want to be lit up or on fire. I'm already sweating. But your passion, you guys, what lights you up? And you have to find ways and be intentional with doing what lights you up. Okay, what you get?
Putting myself first is okay and necessary.
Putting myself first is okay and necessary.
Mandatory, actually.
Mandatory. Dang. All right, it's mandatory. You got to. What are some ways you put yourself first?
Well, I make sure my priorities are completed before I take care of anyone else's.
Okay.
So,
that's good.
You know.
Congratulations, because a lot of us don't do that.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. The mind says, don't trip. You are loved and supported. Period. How you feel?
Period.
You loved and supported?
Absolutely.
Yes, you are. Heck yeah. Okay, what else you got?
We need you.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. My dreams need me to succeed. All I have to do is believe. I realized lately that I don't necessarily... There's a lot
like
of...
this one.
Which one is it?
It's in the whispers.
Oh, it's in the whispers. What does that mean to you when you hear it, when you read it?
It means to me that spirit is always speaking to me.
Yes.
It is.
Yes. Oh, I love it. Yes. Okay. Oh, I got two at the same time. Let's see. Flow it. That's one of my favorites. These guys flow, guys. Just flow.
I did that one. Snicker at life.
Snicker at life. Hell yeah, you can't take it too serious. Remember the God in you. This little girl picked one today. She picked this one. I taught 4th grade. But I was in a kindergarten. Anyway, so this little girl picked it. And then she, like a little while later, she was telling her friends, they were like, what did yours say? What did yours say? And she was like, mine said, don't forget about God. She was so cute.
It's cute. I got just B for the beehive.
Just B for the
Beehive if you watching.
Yeah, okay. I'm amazing.
Oh, I got that one too.
Oh, twinsies. I call that
Twin.
twinsies. We twinning because we are both amazing. Let's see. Praise yourself because you are doing it. Do you give yourself praise?
All day.
Oh,
Too much, people say, but I don't think it's
never
enough.
Never too much. Yeah. What yours say?
It says, this life is for you.
Period. Who else life are you living?
Right.
Okay, let me see. Your desires are certain. Do you believe that?
Absolutely.
Oh, yes. What you got?
Thank yourself. You came a long way.
Yes. You have came a long way.
Let's thank ourselves. Thank you, True.
Thank you. Thank you, MVP.
Thank you, MVP.
Thank you, Victoria Lee. Sometimes I be forgetting I got whole other names. I got to call myself by my other names. Love is the answer. Look, we twinning again.
Practice doesn't make perfect. I am a perfect confection. Okay.
You laughed. What was that laugh for?
It's just giving ego, but you gotta embrace it.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And that really just when that one came out, it was really just about realizing that we're always going to be. It's always going to be more. We're always going to be improving. We're always going to be do something more. So I feel like a lot of times we could be striving for like perfection or for something to be perfect, but I think perfection is just in the evolution of everything, because it's not ever complete. You can make a painting and it's complete when you say it's complete, but you can still do something else to it. You can still do something else to whatever you're doing. So that's why I made that one.
I have to continuously remind myself of that as a musician, especially because you're constantly trying to perfect one specific aspect of your instrument, but you have to remember, like, okay, I started here, but look where I'm at now.
Where you at now?
Crazy. I couldn't even hold a note before.
Oh my God, you're fires. That shit. She's the shit, you guys. Okay, what you got? Is it your turn or my turn?
My turn, I think. My voice reigns supreme.
Yes. Your voice is the most important voice that you hear. Snicker at life.
I just saw that one.
Twinning.
Money is sweet on me. I am sweet on my money. This game of Beyonce.
Yes.
Renaissance.
Renaissance. So you must be a Beyonce fan. I could tell. That's all good. Okay, let me see. My divine guidance is always flowing to me. And that's like what you had said earlier about spirit is always speaking.
Always. Forgiveness is my heart and peace of mind.
Yes. You got to forgive. Not for the other person, but for you, for yourself. Oh, my divine guidance is always flowing to me. Twinsies.
Got it too.
Oh, snap. Triplies.
In sync today.
Yes.
That's good. We need that.
Yes, we do.
I am amazing.
Yes, you are. She really is, you guys. If you never... I'm not even going to talk about her yet till this time. Okay, hold on. I bring only the best of yesterday into today.
We need snaps.
Snaps. Okay, we're snapping that up.
The power of my mind is incredible. Yeah. I love that one.
Yes. Why? You want to expound upon it?
Be a philosopher today?
It's up to you.
The power of my mind is incredible. I think this is amazing because the only power that you have lies in your mind. Everything that you do it starts with a thought. Everything that you think of, everything that you look at, you can look at this mic, you can look at that cup, you can look at that piece of paper, you can look at you. Everything started as a thought, but we aren't really taught that. So it's really hard to get people to understand that, especially like people that have gone their whole lives with a certain program that this is nothing. Who cares? It doesn't matter what I think. That can't dictate life, but it is life.
It is life.
Yeah, I feel like...
Who taught you that?
Spirit.
Yeah, she's so fire. Oh, I got the chills. I love getting the chills. Okay. Yeah. I am exactly where I need to be.
Always.
Always.
Imagine 3 things that make you smile.
Oh, let's go.
You want to go first?
No, you go.
Okay.
Because you pulled it first. You go first.
3 things that make me smile. Music, for starters. Love, because, you know, I'm a lover girl. We all are at heart.
Yeah.
And number 3, Beyonce.
Beyonce? Oh, I love it.
Beyonce.
Shout out to Beyonce. Somebody tag her. Tell her.
Tag B, man.
Tell her we didn't get True on stage or something.
Yeah.
So 3 things that make me smile. Really, the youth, the little kids that I go substitute for, them mother suckers always make me smile. And I could just be really not there, but thinking about, like, oh, I remember they was, like, loving on me. Miss Vicky, we miss you, Miss Vicky. So they always make me smile. Something else that makes me smile is cotton candy. When I see it, it makes me happy. Just because it's fluffy and sweet and it's fun. And then something else that makes me smile. So many things. What can I pick? Just driving down the street and seeing people like holding hands or seeing affection. Even at the schools I teach, like these teenagers, like they be caking and stuff. And I'm like, oh, they be holding hands. I love that. I think it's sweet. So those are things that make me smile.
You really got any? Well, we did that one.
We did that one. Let's see.
Oh, it's your turn.
My words drip like honey. That's for the beehive too.
I give the best hugs.
Hug yourself.
Hug yourself. Hug yourself.
Yes, you guys got to hug yourself. Self-love is the best love. So I hope you guys know that. And if you don't feel, I always tell people, if you don't feel comfortable hugging yourself, you got to do it more. Why would you not hug you? Why would you not hug you, but then you want somebody else to hug
you? Right.
Okay, let's do 2 more. And then we will get on with our interview. I'll put those 2 out. You're just picking and choosing.
No, there's some of them that
they're
are
doubles?
like, yeah.
Yeah.
Mine says flow it.
Ooh.
I like that too.
Yeah, flow it.
Flow like water, flow like water.
Heck. My voice reigns supreme. That's a twinsy. And one more.
Did that one. You did this one too, but we're going to affirm it again.
Yes.
I bring only the best of yesterday into today.
Yes, only the best, you guys. Sometimes I know it's hard, especially, something happened and, you want to let it go, but it's hard to let it go. So, you bring it on to the next day with you and you're thinking about it, or you're, if you're going to bring anything from the past, it should be something good. That's what I figure.
Yeah.
And especially if it's not productive while you're thinking about it. Like a couple days ago, I had something happen, and then for the next day, I was still irritated about it. I was irritated with myself because I don't even like getting irritated. Why you let this irritate you? So you guys got to just remember, only bring the best. And my last one says, love is abundant and overflowing.
Snap, snap, snap.
Snap, snap, snap. All right, guys. So those were your Be Inspired inspirational messages for today. You guys can always grab your own bag from me. Just hit me up on the internet. Or you can get a whole full jar. But any way you use them, they're a great tool for everyday life. You can pull them in the morning with your morning tea or your morning coffee. You can journal them. I have somebody who I gave a bag to, and they made a whole journal of each message. They wrote every time they pulled them. I was like, dang. I was like, that's an idea. I need to make a journal. Why haven't I thought about that? So you can do it you can use them however you want. The children love them. People love them. It's fun if you hand them out. That's my favorite thing to do. I like selling them, but I really like just giving them to people, because to see people's face, you never know what their life experience is. And when they pull it and they're like, oh, I needed this, or oh, this resonates. It's powerful, because spirit is everywhere. So like she said. So anyways. Oh, man, I forgot to bring up the bio. So we're going to bring on my guest. Well, she's already on, but we're going to read her bio, because that's what we like to do on here, so we can know exactly what's popping. True Sarah is a 17-year-old multi-instrumentalist from Chicago, Illinois, Midwest. New to Vegas, but has performed at numerous amounts of venues like Downtown Container Park, First Fridays, Kev Loves Music Hall and Events, and of course, the Las Vegas Strip. Welcome. Welcome to the show. How long you been out here?
August, it hit 1 year, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've been out here since August. And what made you come to Vegas?
Well, my parents didn't necessarily want me to continue going to school in Chicago because it was extremely dangerous. You can't even walk outside without literally seeing someone with a gun in their hand. So it was just the safety for starters, the prices. And my parents always wanted me to be able to walk to school like a normal kid without worrying about my safety. But when I came here for the first time was when I was 7 years old, and it's crazy because it was a 360. My first idol ever was Katy Perry.
Okay.
She was the first person I ever saw do anything musically that I gravitated to.
Okay.
And
I love Katy Perry.
Yeah, for my birthday, I came down to Vegas to see her live for the Prism album, for the Prism tour, and it was that was the moment that just everything for me. That was okay, this is what I'm doing for the rest of my life. No plan B, no plan C. This is what I'm doing, nothing else.
I love it.
It resonated. That was the first time I ever felt like I felt
you
something.
felt it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I felt this fire, and it never died down.
And you were 7?
Yeah, I was 7. And then 10 years later, came back, and I was like, okay, so this is a 360 moment. I need to get to business.
Yeah.
So
at 7, were you already playing instruments?
Yeah, I was playing around. I wasn't taking it serious. As a kid, you're not laser focused on it. But I was always playing instruments.
Okay, what was the first instrument you played?
Guitar.
The guitar?
Yeah.
And what drew you to that? Was it anything particular?
It was the easiest for me. When people play around with instruments, they usually have one that they gravitate gravitate towards more in guitar. It just always felt like I had played it before. Like even when I first started learning actual pieces of information how to play on guitar, like chords, open chords, it was like I already did it before. Like it just
I can
felt
believe
like
that
home. Yeah.
because you're definitely an old soul. I feel like when I first saw you, and I first saw you at Container Park, I had went for one of shout out to Def Mass and his whole
The GOAT. That's
what's the
GOAT
program
right
called? The whole
Uprising.
Yeah, the Youth Uprising. He has several events at the Container Park for the youth to perform on a real stage in front of people, and it's super dope. And that's the first time I saw True. I didn't know her, but when I saw her, I was like, oh, she's a star. Like, it's the energy, you know. I felt a presence, probably how you felt when you seen you felt it. I was like, oh, I feel her. She's super dope. And then when I saw you play, I was like, oh, what? You're amazing. So you mentioned your parents. So they obviously support you because they want you to be safe and, they moved you out here so you can, do you walk to school?
Yes, ma'am. I walk to the bus. I have to walk 20 minutes to the bus stop, but it's the same thing.
It's the same thing? Oh, that's cool. Oh, I love that. So your parents are supportive of your music career.
Yeah.
What are some things that they do to show you that they're supportive of you?
Well, for starters, they moved me here.
Well,
the city where music is brought to life, and they just poured into whatever I said that I wanted to do. They always took it seriously when it came to music. Like, they don't necessarily grasp the whole concept of it's for certain.
Right.
They just like, oh, okay, she likes to play guitar.
Let's pour
fine.
into her, right?
So like when I asked for a guitar, I had to ask like over and over and over for like 3 Christmases in a row. And I finally got one, and I was like, oh my God. I was so excited. But yeah, they always poured into me when it came to things like that, when it came to me asking for specific things for my music, like instruments or just things like that, taking me places to perform. Yeah,
that's what's up. Are you an only child?
No, ma'am. I have 3 other siblings, but they're all adults.
Okay, so you're the baby.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I love that for you, and it makes me feel. I just feel warm, like, oh, that's what's up, because I know there's people out there that don't really have support of even their parents, or they'll tell you like you got to get a real job. Like, even I used to work at this preschool, and I remember the child was talking to their parent on the way out or something. They're like, I want to be an artist, and the dad was like, you cannot be an artist. You need to go get a real job. And my heart broke.
That's my dad. Like, he's the same way, but he will allow me to still do it at the same time.
Yeah.
But he's like, especially right now, he's like, you need to go do this. But I'm like, man, you need to know. You don't even know.
How can they not know? They got to see it in you. But I think too, and you had said something earlier about specific programming that people have. Like, a lot of people are programmed a certain way, and we have a lot of fear in us, and so it's hard, even for myself as an artist. Like, I left everything I knew in Milwaukee to come here and pursue my dream as a creative. And
that's beautiful. Actually, I give you props for that, because there's so many people on a daily basis that I meet, especially adults in Vegas. I tell them, they're like, oh, you look like a musician. I don't know what about me that gives I look like a musician, but I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, what do you do? And they tell me they're a musician too, or they say, I used to. I was like, what do you mean you used to? It never stops. It's the fear that prevented you from fulfilling that thing that was placed in you from at an early age, whether it was placed in you yesterday, the day before that, or the moment you were born. That was placed in you strategically, divinely orchestrated for a reason. You can't let it go. Like, it's the only thing that's getting in your way is the fear. Like, that's why the program is everything.
Yes.
So,
that's why you got to program your mind and watch what you say, like all these things we were talking about. I hope you guys are listening, because
you can look at
she's dropping the jewels.
Two different people can be in the same circumstance, but a matter of their program is whether one is going to go this place and one is going to go the other place. Like, let's say somebody has a program of they don't believe they can do anything, like they think everybody's better than them, they don't have the potential to do this, do that, then they're going to stay there. Actually, they're going to regress.
Yes.
But the person that has, I am the greatest of all time. I am the biggest artist on the face of the planet. I'm this, I'm that, I'm talented, I'm this, I'm that. This person, within a matter of time, is going to, like, shift. Like, you're going to see it. People can see it. People can feel it. Like, you see it first, but people can feel it first.
Yes.
So it's all a matter of program. I try to stress that, like, people don't listen because, like, I'm younger than everybody, but I try to stress it as much as I possibly can.
Keep stressing it. And y'all I tell people all the time, like, I feel like as adults, you know, we grow up, we forget what it's like to be young. And we have to be willing to listen and learn from the youth. And I feel like you guys are freaking, especially nowadays, more youth are more wise more, more old souls, or more like, because it's a new time that we're coming into.
There's a whole shift in the world, the whole planet, actually.
Yes, everything is shifting. And so, we got some comments on here. It says, Latoya, shout out to Latoya and Terrell for chiming in. Latoya says, good idea. I'll start hugging myself. Heck yeah, Latoya. Oh, I got the chills. That's beautiful. Give yourself a hug. Love on yourself every day. It's so beautiful. And Terrell says, great work, MVP. Proud of you both. The young sister is very inspiring. Let me tell you, she is very inspiring. I'm so happy. And you're always quiet everywhere. So I was like, is she going to be quiet?
No. I'm an open book when I'm with my tribe. You're part of my tribe.
I feel that for sure. And yeah, so very inspiring. And I already knew, because I could feel it. Okay, so I got a couple questions. Is there anyone in particular that you would like to open up for?
Ooh, well, the lady who started it off. There's 3 people.
Okay.
4.
Okay.
The lady who started it off. We have to say Katy Perry. Let me open that for you.
Katy Perry, tag her.
Prince, because that's like my dad.
Yes, that's my soul brother. Mm-hmm. Oh, I got the chills.
You wearing purple today, embodying. Oh my God.
Yes.
Her, my twin.
Okay. I can see that.
Beyonce, yeah.
Okay, that's a great list. I love it. I meant to ask you earlier. So I know you play the guitar, but what other instruments do you play?
I play guitar. I play piano and drums. I play a little bass, but I don't have a bass. Like, I want to play bass more, but I just don't. I'm gonna get one soon.
Somebody get her a bass.
Give me a bass.
Get her a bass. Get her a bass. I love the bass. I think it's one of my favorite instruments. I bought a ukulele like a month ago or 2 months ago. Oh, it's been longer than that. Oh man, I'm so sad. It's been like 6 months. I bought a ukulele, and I just never. I don't know what it is. Like, I'll say like, oh, that would be cool to play, but I don't have the dedication to. I'm not committed to it, and that's what I feel like one of my faults is. I'm not committed to a lot of stuff that I say, oh, this will be nice. I feel like I'm lazy or something, or I don't have the passion for it. But I was like, I want to learn how to play. I can add it with my poetry. But so you play 3 instruments. That's pretty cool. And you learned the guitar first?
Yes, ma'am.
And then
Self-taught.
Self-taught.
I did them.
That's because she did it before.
I guess so. I did them all at the same time, but I started with guitar.
Okay, yeah. That's awesome. Let's see. What do you have any like creative processes that you use when you're creating a song?
Not really. I actually really struggle with that. But I mean, at the end of the day, at the beginning of the day, actually, I just have to remind myself like everything is already said, and so it's already been written. So just let it flow. Yes. So I usually like to just start off singing. Like, I'll just do a little melody or something. Like, hey, something like that. Or I'll just play some chords on. I
forgot guitar. She got a whole instrument in her throat. Dang, that's amazing too.
Or like I'll just listen to one of my favorite artists, and then I'll get like a whole new song from it. It's so cool how the creative process works. Like, I like when I'm in that energy of just creating. Like, everybody is a creative, but just everybody hasn't, I guess,
tapped in.
Yeah, tapped into that aspect of themselves because of. People like to blame it on, the world happens, but you allowed the world to happen.
Yes.
So I love when I get in that state of just, like, creativity and everything is just so exciting. Like, oh, let's do that. Yes. That's amazing.
That is amazing. That's how I feel in the studio. Mm-hmm. And I feel like for me, like, if I go into a studio and that's the energy's there and the vibe is there, like, I can write a poem, I could write a bar, I could, kind of sing a hook, but it's the energy around it. And I feel like Man, the studio's like, besides the stage, is my favorite place because that's where it's like, it's the organicness of it. Like if somebody sends me a beat, like, okay, I could write to it, but I like to go in there.
Be in the environment.
And be in the environment and bounce off each other. Because that's the best. That's the best. Like, it don't get no better than that, I don't think. Okay, that's awesome. So, you also, okay, told me you want to open up with... who would you like to work with besides those four? Because I'm assuming if you want to open for them, you'd want to collaborate with them. Yeah. Is there anyone else that you'd want to collaborate with, like that's on a higher level, or just anybody in general?
Not really. I mean, dead or alive?
Yeah. Wanted, dead or alive.
Etta James or Tina Turner. Like,
yeah, because I was going to ask who's your influences, like, from... Because I feel like you have a old soul, but I feel like you have some influences from,
And Tina Turner, like, I try my best, especially like when I was around like 12, 13, I used to like beat on my chest so I could get that power like Etta James, and I used to just, oh my God, like I wanted to sound like them so bad, and that's where I try to get, like, when I want to tap into a powerhouse vocals, I'm going to listen to Etta James and Tina Turner, so.
That's what's up.
That's what I love the most.
So did you listen, as you're growing up with your parents, what kind of music did they listen to? Like, is that an influence on you?
My dad, they listen to house music, like 70s, 80s house music and funk, and
I love
and my father, like, he listens to like older rap, 80s rap, original rap.
Okay.
So, yeah, just all of that stuff.
That's what's up. That's very cool. I'm so excited for that. Okay, let me see what other questions I got written down on my list. What would you like to open up for? Creative process. What do you want your fans to know?
Fans? I have fans.
Girl, you got fans because I'm a fan.
I want them to know that, to put it short and sweet, I'd give them an equation. I'd say always remember thought equals feeling equals vibration equals life. Your life. Emphasis on your life. Your life.
You guys hear that? I don't know if you guys are listening, but I hope you are. Oh, shout out to Latoya. She says, you took the words out of my mouth, old soul. Yeah, definitely. I can feel it. And I feel like, I definitely feel old soul vibes with you. And you're so chill, and like, I can't explain it. I love your demeanor, just how you carry yourself. And so, here's some silly questions. Breakfast or dinner?
I say dinner, yeah.
Dinner? What do you like?
I like everything. I like pasta. I like fancy. I never really been on like a fancy dinner day. I like that.
Okay.
I just like family dinners.
Oh,
you know, I never really had that, but I appreciate the gesture of a family dinner. I like that.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Family dinners. We got to have one and invite you to it.
I'd love that.
Heck yeah, I would like it too. So say you own a town and you have to name the streets. What are 3 street names you want to name your town? Or what are 3 street names you want to name in your town?
3 street names. For starters, we're going to give props to my grandmother for giving me her name. Sarah is her name, so like Sarah Avenue or something like that. Star Road.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a street called City, because I love cities.
You love cities? What cities have you been to?
I've been to Tennessee. I've been to, obviously, Chicago is where I'm from.
Yes.
Do
you go back home often?
Yeah, not really. Since I've been here in Vegas, I've been home 3 times.
Okay.
Yeah, so not.
Do you miss it?
No.
Oh, she was like, hell no. I don't blame you. I don't really miss Milwaukee either because that cold is not what's up. I miss my sons because they're all out there, but I don't really miss the city. And I miss my friends. I got a lot of family out there. But Vegas is definitely...
Just a little bit. Just like I love the energy of being home.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I can feel that's what's up. That's what's up. What do you like about Vegas? Besides being able to perform in different places?
That's really it. There's nothing here, man.
Oh,
I mean, like, there's...
She's like, that's it.
Well, I wouldn't know because I'm a homebody. Like, I
okay.
spent 99% of my childhood in the house, so I'm the wrong person to ask about that.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Sometimes, hey, that's how it be sometimes, you know?
I love solitude, though.
That's why, I feel like that's why you're so wise. That's why you can hear the whispers. That's why you can be in tune with spirit. Yeah. A lot of times we don't be alone enough. Yeah. That's what I feel.
People don't just be quiet sometimes.
Don't be quiet.
Be quiet in
here.
Yeah.
I love that. And I needed that. Yeah. I feel like you just spoke directly to me. Like, I'm MVP Speak, so I got a problem being quiet because it say speak in my name. I love running my mouth, but I do know I need to listen more.
You're a vessel.
I was listening to something too just yesterday, and it was saying that same thing. Like, and I already know it, but you could know something. It's one thing to know it. You got to remind it, and you got to practice what you know. You got to do it. Like this, it don't make sense for me to say, "Oh, I know I need to be still," but I'm still moving. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that because that's all facts. Nothing wrong with being to yourself and being quiet. That don't mean on your phone. That don't mean watching TV. It means just being quiet in the silence and let the messages come. Let the music come down.
Absolutely.
Heck yeah. What's a song that you've written that you maybe are proud of, or you were just like, oh man, it's like I can't wait to release it?
That's a good question. There's this song that I had. It's called "The Elements." Yeah, I think you were there when I performed. Were you there when I had the piano? I don't know. I don't think you were there that
time. At Container Park?
No, it was at Kev Love's. I don't think you were there that specific day.
Okay.
But it was recorded, and that song just speaks about spirituality for one.
Okay.
So, and number two, just about social injustice. Like there's a connection between the two. So I touch bases on that in a very catchy way. It's crazy because it came to me like I was playing just two chords back and forth on the piano. Like I'm not as technical on piano as I am for guitar because I spend more time on guitar. But some days you just resonate with the softness, the mellowness of a piano rather than the extremeness of a guitar.
Yeah.
So I was just playing two chords back and forth, and then it just literally like came to me like.
I love that.
Wow, magic.
It's so amazing. And I feel like for me, that's one of my issues because one of my things is I like it when it just come.
Yeah.
And I feel like I haven't had lately. Stuff ain't been coming like I wanted to. And I feel like, I don't want to like sit down. I feel like I'm forcing it. Like I don't want to just try to write something. I want it to come. But I feel like I'm not quiet enough. So that's why it's not coming. But it's something very magical about that. Like the download, like when you receive it and you open to it, like, you like, that's how my song, I don't know if you ever heard my song, Honey, but that's how that song came. It literally was like the melody, and I'm not a singer by any means. So when it came to me, I was like, oh, what? And it sounded really nice. And it took like a long time for me to even go to the studio and get something out with that. But yeah, that's what's up. I love that for you. I love that for you. Magic. Because we are magical.
We are. I really wish like everybody, because there's so many creatives that have like such a amazing, just are just so good at what they do, and only they know what they can do, and they aren't recognized for it. Like I really wish every creative in the world can just get praises for everything that they do.
Let's shout out to all the creatives in the world. We're gonna praise you guys right now live on MVP Speaks Radio because you deserve it, and you are a star, and you're worthy. I believe we're all stars, and I always feel like, you know how we look up at the stars, and I feel like the stars look down at us and see us the same way, as above, so below. So I feel like literal stars, and then, stars that...
We are made from stardust.
Yeah, we are.
Yep.
Because we're amazing. How do you feel the internet has impacted the music business?
Oh, my God.
That's a big one.
Where do we even start? That's a big topic.
It is a big topic.
I think that it's... I don't want to say... How do I word this?
Take your time.
I think it's given a lot of people opportunity, me including. And I don't like to necessarily say that, tell people that their music isn't music just because it doesn't sound like what I think music should sound like.
Okay.
But at the same time, there's a lot of people that try to use music as a gateway to generate fortune rather than experiencing their passion. Like, people just do it for the bag, but
Right.
people need to do it for their purpose, for their
For their
passion.
heart.
Because everybody doesn't have the purpose of being a musician. Everybody has the purpose of being a creative,
Right.
but those are two different things. And I feel like using it for the wrong things, I don't like it. But you know, it's everything is in place the way that it's supposed to be. So there's not really much that I would take away from it.
Yeah, that's true. Everything has a purpose and a place.
Yeah.
So, and that's a very powerful position to hold with it, to realize for yourself, I think, because it'll allow you not to really want to try to change stuff and, it shouldn't be that way and blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. Just let it be,
Yeah.
like the thing said. And,
Because that's how a lot of the things happen, like, back in the day. Like, if you were to ask somebody in the 70s and the 80s, like, how they felt about funk music, a lot of people that would call themselves liking soulful music and old school music back then would be like, oh, this is terrible. Like, what is this? This is a whole bunch of too much going on. We need
Right.
to, So I'm watching it from a grand perspective. I don't like to look at it as if I'm in this time. I like to look at it like, okay, in a few years, we are going to look back on these records and be like, we were getting down to that.
yes, I love it. Oh my God, girl. I love it so much. We were getting down to that. And I love I just love watching you perform. What's your favorite song to perform?
Well, I haven't performed it yet. Well, I don't know. There's not one song. I just like songs that are like get the people moving and just let me
Okay.
embody my inner bee.
Yeah.
Like power and extraness and, interacting with the people that are watching me. I like performances like that.
Nice.
Just extra.
Has there been any particular performance in Vegas that was your favorite, that you really, it was like,
Yeah, my first time ever performing in Vegas, it was in November 2023 or 2022 when I first came. Yeah.
Okay.
So it was at the talent show at my school, and that was like the performance that really like not blew up, but I guess it did for me personally.
Yeah.
Like, was the pathway to like everybody finding out who I am, the people that know me today, the people that allow me to perform at their venues and their events. And it was just like, for that performance, everybody else that performed, everybody was extremely nervous.
Yeah.
And anxiety was on the surface. But for me, it was like, and mind you, I had never performed before.
Oh,
prior.
really?
Like, I mean,
Oh.
at little school events
Yeah.
with like 3 people, but this was like, there was like 200-300 people in the audience, and I didn't feel not an ounce of anxiousness or nervousness.
I love it.
walked on the stage, and I just like,
Did you?
yeah. So it was the best one I ever had. Everything after that was like downhill because I was anticipating embodying this, my alter ego, I guess,
Yeah.
true Sarah. But, you gotta be just,
True Sarah's your alter ego?
yeah, just my alter ego. When I call myself true Sarah, or when I'm just like, I'm true Sarah, then it means like,
You're on.
I'm on. But when I'm just true, then it's just like
Okay.
calm right now.
How'd you get the name True?
True. Well, my mom, she loves to tell this story. She's her origins come from Christianity, so
Okay.
she was reading the Bible. She wanted my name to come from the book, and my father, his name starts with T. His name is Terrence, and he wanted, because he has a big ego.
Yeah.
So
as most of our
yeah.
dads do.
He wanted my name to start with a T, and he wanted it to be short. And my mother,
That's an
she was
interesting
looking-
request.
Yes, really specific. Like, he
Right.
received that, but he wouldn't ever say that though,
Oh,
because he
that's
doesn't
funny. Yeah.
touch bases on things like that. But my mom, she was looking back and forth. She said she kept on seeing the word true, not TRU, but TRUE, like in the Bible repetitively, and she was like, "I like this, but let me take off the E." And
I love that.
my grandmother had passed away 2 months before I was born. And she was like, I need to give her this name. It needs to be True Sarah together. But my dad was like, no, it needs to be True. Her middle name could be Sarah, and she needs to have her own name, her own identity. And yeah, that's just what
Wow.
everybody always called me, True Sarah, just to remember my grandmother. And yeah.
That's so beautiful. Oh, I love that. I love she got your name out the Bible, but it's not necessarily a Bible name.
Yeah, that's what I said, because she used to tell me all the time, I got your name out the Bible, Mom. Whose name is true in the Bible? What are you talking about?
That is so funny.
And then she told me that, so I was like,
that's a
okay.
beautiful story. And I love that, because a lot of times as artists, you know, you meet a lot of people, and we all have artist names and stage names, and sometimes I be forgetting, like, the people I know I don't even really know your name. Like,
I swear.
Who are you?
Like, it's so hard.
And so I appreciate hearing your story, and I always wonder, like, how people, but you don't even have an artist name, it's just your name.
Yeah.
So that's beautiful.
I go back and forth. Like, I want to embody, because my grandmother, she's always been like been there, like, in me. Like, I see her, I hear her, I feel her. Like, I've always known her.
That's amazing.
Even though I never met her in the physical realm. But, like, I just feel like I need to keep my name with her name with me. But people call me True Star. Like, there's so many people that call me True Star. They don't even know my name is True Sarah. And I'm like, where did you get that from?
Because you're a star.
Yeah. So,
because we can see it. We can see you shining.
yeah, but I got to keep my grandmother's name.
Oh, that's beautiful. You never met her. She transitioned 2 months before you were born.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, she definitely in there. All right, they're all in us, like our ancestors and our parents. Even if they're still here, they're in us because we came from them. So, so you say you've been a homebody all your life, so you probably didn't get in much trouble. Probably
No.
a good girl.
Yeah.
So
It's not really my thing.
That's
I don't
good.
know. I just like to stay in the house. I like to stay in my room in the dark with my guitar and my brain.
oh,
That's
in the
it.
dark.
Yeah. With this little, like, LED light that
Okay.
shows stars on the ceiling. You know those little things that...
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Maybe I need to be in the dark more. I'm like, oh,
That's
is that what
things-
I'm missing?
yeah.
The darkness.
Yes. That is extremely vital for
Excuse
growth.
me.
Darkness.
Oh, man. And that is so true, because as soon as you said that, the first thing I pictured was the womb.
See?
That was the first thing I pictured. Because
Oh,
where do we grow? We grow in the womb, in the darkness.
So do seeds. So do
Everything.
everything.
Woman, goodness. I'm so grateful you are on my show right now. So do you like singing in the shower?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you get inspiration in there? A lot. That's kind of like my vortex sometimes, the shower.
I don't really think so. I mean, sometimes I'll just be singing melodies and I'll just run out the shower, pick my phone up. So yeah, I guess so.
I think that's a lot of creatives are like that. I can't tell you how many times I have been like, oh my God. One time I had to, this might be too much information. One time I had to get a tampon box, like rip it open. I was like, I'm going to write this down right now. So
Yeah.
Inspiration is
Run
everywhere.
to that phone, make sure, because it'll slip and somebody else will
Right.
have it.
I hate when that happens. Oh my gosh. I hate when I have a freaking bomb bar or something like that and I don't write it down, or it just goes. And I'm like, oh, I've been trying to bring it back. It's so crazy.
It's happened more times than not. Oh my God.
Yeah. Or have you ever do you write in notebooks? Or you just mostly a phone person?
I'll do both.
You ever lost a notebook or something?
I
Or
thank
lost some
God I
files?
haven't.
Oh my God.
I
I
have not.
hope you never do. It's the worst. I've lost notebooks, and I actually just found a memory that came up of a notebook I lost like 2 years ago. And I had forgot all about it. When I read that memory, I was like, oh man, I was so sad. There was so much stuff in there. Or lost a file. It's so crazy. But I always say, like, we're infinite. And so
Akashic Records, tap in.
yeah, so girl, so we're so infinite, like it don't matter if you
I always have to
lose
remind
it.
myself, like, true, you're tapped in. It'll come back as something better. And
Yes.
that's just like how I live. I don't know. I can't get anxious and I can't get annoyed and I can't get angry about things and it also upsets me that I can't, because like I can't be a regular human being because I already know that it was written like this.
Yes.
Whoever's in charge of this book maybe I was.
Yeah,
Whoever's in
it's
charge
us.
of my story. Then they wrote it perfectly.
Yeah.
It's no mistakes.
I love it. And I feel so, when you talk like that, I feel so happy for you, because you're 17. I'm a grown ass woman. You could be my child. And I didn't even have a lot of these revelations until only a few years ago. I done raised all my children and everything. And so now I'm like, man, I wish I could, you don't want to wish, because like you said, everything happens for a reason. We choose our lives. I believe that we choose our family. I believe all that. And so sometimes I think like, oh man, like I'm just learning this stuff now. You already tapped in. I'm trying to get like you. Like, oh, it's so beautiful.
We inspire each other. We are
do.
you. I'm you. You're me.
It's
but
true.
What? I have a question for you. Actually,
Yes.
What was the moment or the day or the synchronicity that allowed you to tap into all the infiniteness of you? Like, what was your first spiritual awakening?
I think after my mother transitioned in 2014, that really was the time when I started to just, well, it was kind of a little bit before that where I started to question and look into different things, because I was raised very much in a Christian household, raised my children very much all Christian, going to church every week and all that kind of stuff, and I was doing some other things in the community that opened me up to just a different mindset, different ways to think, different beliefs that I had never really thought about. And as I started to explore these things, it just made me, I kind of had like this little fear. And I said, well, why do I feel afraid? I remember I was canvassing on the street one day for like a political campaign. And I was just thinking about everything I was experiencing. And I was like, feeling like if God has a problem, for some reason I was feeling like it was not right. I don't know why I was thinking that, but I was like, oh, I don't know if this is like Christian, like, you know what I'm saying? Or if God would like it or whatever. And then I said, well, if God don't like it, if the God I'm serving is not okay with this, then I got a problem with that, because I feel like this is cool. And so I remember like I still remember that day where I just made this decision, like, well, and I didn't have a fear about it. I was just like, well, if that's not what it is, then I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? And I felt okay with that. And so then fast forward some years, my mother transitioned in 2014. And that really, I feel like that took me down to a dark place, but it allowed me to grow spiritually. And I'm still very much,
not a soul.
I'm still very much growing spiritually. And I feel like I have a freaking, what do they call that? Imposter syndrome, where you probably don't believe who you are. Like, there's
every day, it never leaves.
Oh man, don't tell me that. But so yeah, I would say I started having my spiritual awakening and just really diving into the other aspects of spirituality in probably around 2014 after my mom died. And I'm very like, I love spirituality, and I know and I believe that we're so much more than this illusion that we're living in. And for me, sometimes I feel like I get a little frustrated, and I'm frustrated with myself because I don't want to be. I want to be like you, where I'm not reactionary, to stuff, and I'm not like, getting on my nerves. Like, I just want to be understanding that everything is written and be graceful in my experience, but. I'm a human, so it's
emotions are the
man.
They steer us in the whatever emotion you're feeling. You're feeling it for a reason.
Yes,
because everything is for a reason.
Yes.
So I think emotions are just directories towards whatever we're supposed to be thinking or feeling. Because every thought is a message, not just numbers. And people misconstrue this all the time. They think that just numbers, that just the little 333s, 1111s, 111s, just a little. That's everything is a synchronicity.
Yes.
Not just the numbers.
Just the numbers.
You can't just take a cute picture and be like, "Oh, girl, look at this. This is 111 again." For 30 years, I've been seeing 111. And now, what are you gonna do about it?
What are you gonna do about it? Right.
That's beautiful. I love to see. I never really been in a collective amount of people, or just had a conversation with somebody that's, I guess, spiritual, because I don't like to use that. Everybody is spiritual, but
I get
spiritualism that's in tune with that. So yeah, that's beautiful. I love to hear people's stories.
we can chop it up anytime, and
especially people my age, man. Everybody's age, actually. Oh my God,
I'm running into more wise young people. And I see it in the schools I teach, even though I'm only there a short time. Like, you could tell who got some wisdom. Even when a child will pick a message and they'll tell me something about it, and I'll be like, oh, damn. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the wisdom, and it's in all of us. But we have to be
open to it.
And a lot of us are, like you said earlier, too programmed and not willing to.
But they gaslight themselves. A lot of people receive things and just are like, oh, that's just my imagination. That's just my mind. No, that's spirit.
Spirit, yeah. Spirit is alive and flowing. All right, we only got 1 minute left. So I like to ask my guests, is there something that a nugget or a piece of wisdom someone has imparted upon you that like you were like, oh, snap? Or it's probably spirit, cause
yeah, spirit, because I don't really know any wise people. Like, I don't.
I love her.
Other than my
Y'all
auntie.
dumb mother suckers. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I don't talk to people.
Okay.
But my auntie who just passed away in August, she actually passed away while I was at a Beyonce concert.
Oh wow, interesting.
And I felt it. And it was
Oh.
like, why did my whole body just turn off at a Beyonce concert? And then when I got home, I realized. So,
Oh, wow, that's deep.
Yeah, she would just say a lot of things. So,
Okay.
yeah, just her in general.
Your
Auntie
auntie.
Mama. Yeah.
Shout out to your auntie. All right, where can they follow you at real quick?
You can follow me at TRUSARAHH on everything.
Follow her, you guys. Tune in and make sure you guys come back. And shout out to everybody chiming in on the internet. We'll see you back here next Thursday for MVP Speaks Radio. Peace and love. Thank you for joining.